For some reason, this has been coming up recently in my life. Not in my life, thanks be to great guy almighty, but just in people mentioning things around me, bullshit I see on the internet, okay? And I am 100 million, trillion, cajillion % sick of it, and it needs to stop. Teenagers should not be parents. The end. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much your parents love you. I don't care how much your boyfriend loves you. I don't care how much your boyfriend's parents love you. I don't give a fuck. It should always be an abortion if you get pregnant as a teenager. You cannot care for it. You cannot provide for it. You are not even able to care for yourself. So why the fuck are you allowed to have a kid? So you're not allowed to vote as a teen. You're not allowed to own land. You're not allowed to sign legal documents. Your parents have to be in the presence. If you have to sign legal documents, then they have to co-sign it for you. But you're allowed to have a kid? What the fuck? That is so dumb. There are hundreds of thousands, if not millions, went there, of pages of research showing that teenagers are not able to be as good of parents as people who are older when they have kids. People in their 20s when they have kids. Okay? Again, I don't fucking care if you're a goddamn millionaire. I don't give a fuck. That does happen. There are teenage millionaires, right? I don't give a shit. Don't have a kid. Fucking abort it. Hello. Like, why is there even a debate here? Children can't have children. Children can't care for children. You know what else is really popular with teenagers who give birth? Birth defects. Birth defects are generally almost always caused by mom not getting enough nutrition while she's pregnant. So, like, shocker, yeah, a teenager who gives birth is more likely to have a kid that's fucked up. And fuck all of you for saying, like, oh my god, that's eugenics. No, it's not, dipshit. Optimizing your gene pool is not genetics, is not eugenics. Okay? It's not. They're not the same fucking thing. And saying, hey, you're not able to care for a kid right now, let's get you an abortion, is less traumatic than having the kid and adopting it out, or having the kid and keeping it. Come at me. It's true. I will fucking spit at you because it's so true, okay? Don't have a kid if you're a teenager. It should be illegal to be pregnant as a teenager. I don't give a fuck. You should have a mandated abortion if you're pregnant as a teenager. You cannot mentally process things. You can't even mentally process facial expressions properly as a teenager because your fucking goddamn brain isn't developed. But you're allowed to care for a kid? I hate it, and I also here's the number one thing that's going to be in the comments with idiots who are going to come on here, because I know idiots are going to come on here and be like, well, my mom had me when she was 17 and it worked out great. 1, no it didn't, because you're fucking stupid enough to be writing that comment. 2, I don't care. I don't care if you're the picture perfect fucking goddamn Norman Rockwell painting of a child whose idiot mother had it as a teenager, okay? I don't care. And no one cares, because just because you're the exception doesn't mean it should be a practice overall. I shouldn't say idiot mother. I should say unfortunate mother who didn't have proper access to abortion. Because any teenager who is pregnant needs to seek out an abortion. There's no debate here. There's nothing to debate. Like, you can't take care of yourself as okay, so find me a teenager, find me a 14, 15, 16-year-old who can pay rent, has a job, is educated, is able to pay for everything, and is also in an actually stable, real adult relationship. It's 0. The answer is 0 of them. Okay, I'm going to tell you something, and you need to get the fuck over it, and you need to understand that this is how powerful humans are, okay? As human beings, because we're so developed, right, quote unquote, supposedly, because we're so advanced, quote unquote, supposedly, because we can make nuclear weapons and structures that keep us dry in the rain and all this bullshit, okay? Guess the fuck what? We have the power to evolve as a species. We have that ability. You need to believe that we have that ability, because we do. If you don't believe that we have that ability, guess what? You're not evolving. You're staying stupid. Like the other fucking chimps that didn't develop a proper jaw. You know what? Chimps are probably smarter than stupid humans, aren't they? Back to my point. There's this stereotype. There's this belief that girls who do not have their biological fathers in their lives are more likely to become sexually developed earlier. And it's actually true. And the reason that's true is that evolutionarily, we were dependent upon men to protect us. And so baby is born to mom. Baby girl is born to mom. And more often than not, teenage girls give birth to girls. Okay? And dad is out of the picture because he's an idiot and can't comprehend anything other than video games, because men are just that fucking stupid. Let me preface this by saying that men typically are 5 to 7 years below their maturity, their age of maturity. So if you get a 24-year-old man, he's going to be, mentally like 18, 19, maybe even 17. Okay? Single mom, who's the dad ditched her. If the dad ditches you, just get an abortion! Get an abortion! Has a baby. It's a girl. Bio dad is not in her life. She will develop sexually as a means of self-defense, as a means of survival. That is an evolutionary trait that we still have currently today. In order to say, I need a man. Here I am, sexually developed and available at 14, 15, 16. Is there any guy who would like to have sex with me? She's not saying that, but her body is, right? And since she doesn't have a dad, any male attention is awesome. So she welcomes it, and then she's also more likely to become pregnant. The really great part of this is that we can evolve beyond it. Y'all say that with me. I can evolve my species. I can evolve as a person, as a human. Because you actually can. You can change your diet. You can change your exercise. You can change the fact that you don't meditate. You can study. You can improve your behavior, right? And that's evolving. A behavioral improvement that everyone should do is always have an abortion if you happen to get pregnant as a teenager. If you're a dude, don't put your dick in anyone as a teenager. If you're the exception to this rule, guess what? You're not, because I'm guessing your life was shit. I'm sorry. Loving your child is not the same as having planned your child and wanted your child. Getting pregnant accidentally is careless. Getting pregnant accidentally is wrong. Okay? The more people I know who were planned, the more people I meet who were planned pregnancies, the more I see that they got a better hold on life than those who weren't. Okay? I'm just so sick of this whole like romanticizing a bullshit life, romanticizing a fucked up life, romanticizing having been abused, because the caring thing to do as a parent when your teenage daughter is pregnant is to get her the fuck to an abortion clinic. I just saw this really fucking dumb video of this guy being like, oh my gosh, I got my girlfriend. By the way, he committed statutory rape, I will add. He was 19 when he had sex with his 16, he was 18 when he had sex with his 16-year-old girlfriend, and then she was 17 when she gave birth to his child and he was 19. That's statutory rape. But he was like, oh, we just have the best life. It was hard. We had to tell her parents that she was pregnant when she was 8 months pregnant. Wow, why the fuck didn't her parents notice? You didn't notice that your teenage daughter was pregnant? There's something fucking wrong with you. Maybe you're goddamn neglecting your child? You're just like, oh my god, she was pregnant. Sure, she's wearing like big clothes or whatever, but you really didn't notice that she was sleeping more? You really didn't notice she had a fucking massive belly bulge? You really didn't notice that she would only fucking wear baggy-ass sweaters when she never did that before? Even if you have a baggy-ass sweater, it doesn't fucking cover a pregnancy. Jesus Christ. Stop promoting irresponsible breeding. Okay? Let me tell y'all this, and that is that I am a selective antinatalist. I'm not as anti-breeding as all these other radical feminists are, okay? I'm not. I'm kind of pro-breeding in the right circumstance, which is almost never. 9 times out of 10, there's some bullshit going on there, but the 1 in 10 times, I'm cool with it. Okay? Stop romanticizing teenage pregnancy. Stop romanticizing child abuse, because allowing a teen to be pregnant and give birth is child abuse. Stop acting like you can just pull yourself up by your bootstraps and have a great life when you were cursed with a child at 16. Okay? Stop it. And like I said before, you always love your kid once it's already born. Of course you do. If it's born, it's there, you love it. But you need to plan for it and you need to want it. Loving your child is not enough.